Good morning. My name is Dr. Kenya Yoade, and I'm so excited again to be doing this with you this morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Yesterday, I started with a theme called Evolving, and today I would like to just go further in explaining and trying to put us through that journey of evolving. It's been a blessing to me actually on reflecting on this particular theme, and I believe that you would get one or two things that would inspire you and be a blessing to you. So yesterday I said evolving has to do with, it's a continuous progressive work of upgrading yourself into a more improved version of yourself. Like we have with our phones, sometimes we get notifications that we should upgrade, the system upgrade and all that, and you notice that when you don't get to follow their suggestions of upgrading, the phone just ceases to function optimally. And that is how it is with us as human. We need to continue to upgrade ourselves and evolve into a better version of ourselves at all levels, mentally, spiritually, psychologically, emotionally. The way you handle things now should be different from the way you handle things yesterday or last year. The way you see things, your perception to life should have been more improved. And like I said again yesterday, it's either you are improving or you are deteriorating. And so it's very important because our growing is necessary. We cannot, get hold of the possibilities and the expectations we want out of life if we do not grow into it. It's important for us to grow, and it's in that process of growing that we are evolving. We need to grow at all levels. And if you do not grow into it, you cannot actually recognize or even receive it. You will not be in a position or in that mental state to even receive anything. And even when they come coincidentally, and those things come, accidentally per se, because your mind has not grown into it yet, we end up losing it. Because whenever we want something, we seek something, our mind is supposed to go after it first. Whatever you are looking for in becoming in future, your mind has to go into that future, with the help of the Holy Spirit, and dream that dream. That your mind has to go into that future and have that glimpse of that future. You understand? Before your body actually gets in there. And so if your mind has not actually gone ahead to dream and see the glimpse of that future, and you by chance just arrive there without your mind being prepared, you end up losing it. And this is why evolving is very, very important. Looking at the Bible, we discover that even Queen Esther had to go through evolving. She didn't just arrive as being Queen Esther. She was just a little slave girl who had to evolve into that version that King Xerxes would recognize. Do we understand? So she had to actually evolve into that version King Xerxes will recognize. And that's huge. That's so deep. Because if King Xerxes has seen her as a slave girl, no matter how beautiful Esther was, she wouldn't have appealed to him. He wouldn't have been able to recognize her. So is our day-to-day life. There are certain things we are pursuing, that we are running after, that cannot even recognize us. They are looking for us, but they cannot recognize us because the version they are looking for does not exist. And so also Queen Esther, as a little slave girl, had to evolve. She went through a process. She went through a process of mentoring, fattening. She went through an humble process, an humble experience. Could it be that process, that thing you are going through, that up and down a situation, that's an unpleasant situation you're going through, is a means to actually refine you into a better version of yourself, just as fire actually refines gold. So Esther had to go into that evolving process. So don't frown at that process you are going through. Don't frown at that difficulty you are going through. God is using it to actually make you evolve into a better version of yourself so that you can behold and be recognizable. Do we understand? Joseph also had to be recognizable. He had to evolve into that version that could stand in front of Pharaoh. As a shepherd boy with his brothers, he had no mental capacity. He had no emotional capacity. He was not even spiritually prepared to stand before Pharaoh because he had not gone through any experience, no significant life experience, no tangible life lessons to adopt until he had to evolve into that version, that would be able to behold Pharaoh and give suggestions and advice that made him what he was. And this is a challenge to every one of us, young, old. It's time for us to begin to challenge some school of thought that no more deliver the future. It's time for us to begin to think deep and think outside the box. In fact, think without a box. It's time for us to push ourselves into evolving into a better person in every aspect. And one thing that can help us and help our mind is the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit actually works on our mind. Help us to think like Christ. Help us to behave like God. Help us to think like God. And as you walk with the Holy Spirit, He walks with your mind. I'm going to go deeper tomorrow on this. Let me just end by saying, evolving is a must. It cuts across every age. Are you evolving or are you deteriorating? I'll see you tomorrow. I love you. Jesus loves you more. Bye.